Let me ask some of you. Suvilai, what do you think? Let's go to their farm.
उनके खेत चलते हैं.
Very good, right? Unka. So what is their farm is?
खेत.
Unka.
उनके खेत.
Okay, very good, right? So you have unka khet is their farm, and then you have ko, and then form of chalna. And you bring them together, it's unke
खेत
chalte hain.
चलते हैं.
Very good. Unke khet chalte hain. Any questions on this one? Anyone? I hope all of you came to the same, or similar sentence. Unke khet chalte hain. Okay, let's do the next one.
I had a question that the unka goes to unke because of the implied ko making it oblique.
That is correct. Very good. I'm glad you asked it. Because of the implied ko, unka becomes unke. Okay? Unke khet chalte hain. Great. Let's do the next one. Radhika ji, you want to do this one? I will go to her house. Go for it.
मैं उसके दफ्तर जाऊंगी.
Okay, try to break it down. Her office is?
उसका दफ्तर will become उसके दफ्तर.
Uska daftar. Okay, so you have मैं, which is I, and then her office is uska daftar. And because there is a physical destination, you are going towards it, there is an implied ko, and then the verb is?
जाऊंगी.
Okay, the
Ko
verb
is a jana. So,
jan. Yep.
And it's a future one, so and feminine, so जाऊंगी.
Very good, right? So just put all of them together. You have मैं, which is I. Her office is uska daftar. Ko as a postposition, and then form of jana. It becomes jaungi for feminine singular. So all of a sudden it will become मैं उसके दफ्तर जाऊंगी. Okay? Okay? मैं उसके दफ्तर जाऊंगी. Questions on the second one?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Ashutosh.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
How did we get from using chalna to jana in the two examples?
Yeah, you can use it, you can use it either, but, I mean, again, like how the sentence is written, like typically, like, when you're using it with let's go, right? I mean, you will end up using chalna, chalte hain. But like there is no sort of like, in this one, it's, I will using without, I thought about the same thing, like, there is no let's, mentioned here. And you, by default, you go towards the jana there. But typically, like, as we go towards, when we talk about the verbs, you will hear that when I say to walk, it's referred as chalna. And when I say to go, it's jana. Okay, so when you say let's walk towards a particular place, I end up using the form of chalna. Okay, and when you are, again, I mean, it's a subtle difference, but it's an important one that you got it. But again, like, it's a, I will go to her office, right? I mean, when you say मैं उसके office को चलूंगी, it doesn't sound like, correct. And you end up using, मैं उसके office जाऊंगी, which is the form of, jana, not, chalna. You will not say मैं उसके office चलूंगी. I don't know if that makes sense or it helps you in some ways, but if any of you have any other better explanation, feel free to share it. I'm not sure if you have, Kelly ji, you have any other better explanation for this one?
No, this is what I'm asking all the time because I hear in movies, right? People
Yeah.
will say
Yong, which is like I'm taking off.
Yeah.
Or, and it's always the big song Chalo Chale.
Yeah.
So I was very excited to see that in Usha Jane's book she has that example.
Yeah.
Chalo for come and then chale for let's walk.
Yeah.
So I mean it's is it motion? Is that what it's more motion versus to go is more kind of a statement?
Well, the thing is that's a hard one, right? I mean, I don't really have a grammatical rules, but in my mind, it's when I'm, for me, it's typically when I'm using it, let's, right? And then I'll end up using I'm walking towards it, so I end up using form of chalna. I thought about exactly the same thing, but there was no one rule that I came up with there.
But the difference then between chalo and chale, because I have tried to understand that song many times.
Yeah.
So chalo is like kind of come here, right? And then come, let's walk. Is that what it's basically saying?
So chalo is let's go. Let's go. Chalo.
Yeah, let's go. Chalo.
Yeah, chalo,
When
let's
I'm
go.
in India, that's what
Yeah,
we always say.
chalo.
That. Chalo.
Even if you go in the any place, there's a lot of crowd, even the inspector, whoever they're navigating, like chalo, keep walking, right? Chalo. Chale is also chale, which you ask about, let's say you came to my house, we are planning to go for a movie, okay, and we chit chatted, and then you are like chale. That means Ashu Ji, should we go now? To the place that we are, really destined to go, chale.
Oh, that's more the let's then.
Yeah.
Chale is more the let's, whereas the chalo is more of let's.
Because the ending, I mean, again, they are similar thing, but yeah.
Yes, if you just chale like a friendly term, so you come to, I'm waiting in the car, at the outside, when you arrive, we are planning to go somewhere. So we say chale.
Yeah.
It means shall we go?
That's right.
So
That's
is
right.
it similar to the shall we go? Something like that?
That is correct. It's I don't know Telugu per se, but I don't know, you probably understand a bit better, but my friends, whenever they come over, and they'll spend some time over, in the end they'll be like podamma, which probably means the same thing, which means
shall we go?
Should we wrap up and then go, right? I mean, it's time to go, right? So it's chale.
Ji, what about chaliye?
It's again it's the same thing, but you're ending it. Remember, imperatives can be ended in different way. Khao, kha, khaiye, or khaiega. Okay, you are really ending and playing with the ending of chalna. Chaliye, chaliega, chalo, or chal. Okay, and then you have chale as well in the end. All can be used in a similar fashion, but you always chaliye, that means it can be used sarcastically as well, chaliye, that means we waited forever, chaliye, right? Who asked this question, by the way? I because I couldn't see the name.
I asked it. Also, I want to ask about uska daftar.
Yeah.
Can we tell unki daftar agar with politeness? No.
That's right. You can say that. Unke. If you want to be polite, you can say hum or main unke daftar, jaungi. You can say that.
Okay, thank
Right?
you.
It was maha, right? I just want to make sure I got.
Haji,
Okay,
mein
awesome.
maha.
Maha.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Okay, but going back to the original question, this one is a little bit hard, when to use chalna versus jana. Okay, I'll continue to look for a specific, which one? Okay, no worries. So I'll continue to look for it, Sarah ji, but I think right now I think you have to really the pattern that you have to draw is you have to pay more attention to how the native speakers are using it when they're using jana versus chalna. Okay, hopefully that will strengthen it a bit more. Okay, so I'll move towards a different post position. So far this is case 1, which is the implied go. Okay, it's not there, but when you're moving toward the physical destination, there is an implied go. Now the second case is when you have physical location, but within the limit. But within the limit or boundary. Okay, within the limit or to the boundary. Okay, an example would be you can say let's go. You want to say the same thing, but it's similar, which is let's go up to the market. Let me remove this part because this will throw you up to the market. Like, up to the market. Let's say you want to say up to the market or up to the hill. There you'll end up using the postposition tak. Okay, up to the market or up to the hill. In the past, the simple cases that we said was like, till 2 o'clock or until 2 o'clock, 2 baje tak or 3 baje tak. Okay, same thing if you want to go up to this boundary or limit, and the examples you have is up to the market. How will you say that? You can all use the chat to say it. Malaji, what do you think? Up to the market. Should be fairly simple. Very good. I don't know if you're there, Malaji. Manohari ji, what do you think?
Ashu Ji,
Yes.
Bazaar tak?
Very good. Bazaar tak. Bazaar tak. Okay. Manohari ji, up to the hill.
Hill tak? I don't know what's the hill.
Okay. What did you say?
Ashu Ji,
Yeah.
it's Mala here. I don't feel very well. I have COVID, so I'm just taking
No.
class.
Okay. You feel rest. Okay. Take rest. Don't worry about that. Okay. Next one. Up to the hill.
But I don't know what the hill tak.
Okay. Hill tak. Okay. That's fine. Anyone else would like to say? How do you say hill in Hindi?
Pahadi.
Pahadi tak.
Pahad tak. Pahad tak.
Okay. Very good. Pahad tak, or even it is referred as pahadi as well, which is the feminine form. Pahadi tak. Either way is fine. Pahad tak or pahadi tak. Okay. Any other examples you guys can think of where you say let's go, where you use typically in your day-to-day conversation, where like you are really referring to. Yeah. Say it. Okay, hone tak, which is like, I think you're really referring to the time here, like subah hone tak, right? Is that what you?
Like the corner, the street corner.
Oh, I see. Street.
Yeah.
Say it again one more time.
Kone tak.
Kone tak.
Yeah, kone
This
tak.
kone tak. Kone is nothing but a corner, street corner. That's referred as kone tak, corner tak. Okay, street corner tak, which is in the past. I mean, it's not used anymore. Nukkad tak, which is intersection. Right, nukkad tak. Any other?
There's also,
Say it again.
there's also more, right? Like more, it's like peacock and corner.
Yeah. More tak. Yes, very good. Like let's say you're going for a walk and your friend is tired and you're like, more tak chalte hain, us more tak. Right. So I think it's how do I spell it? But I'm gonna write it in Devanagari first. Maybe that will be easier. So you have a ma with o and then the more tak. Okay. The closest Romanagari would be MAUD, more tak.
Is it
Ji?
turn more like to turn or the turn? So I
That is
guess
correct.
maybe
Like
corner.
that's right. It's
Yeah.
like mudna, right? It's the same origin. But what in this tak, like the sentence that I have in my mind is like us mode tak chalte hain. Let's go till that turn. Us mode tak chalte hain.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ji, we
Yeah.
can tell मैं कन्याकुमारी कश्मीर तक
Yeah.
जाऊंगी.
Very good, right?
देखना चाहूंगी.
Very good, right? So you have Kanyakumari tak. Till Kanyakumari. Right? Kanyakumari tak.
Or
That's
don't Kanyakumari Kashmir tak. From Kanyakumari
To-
to
Yeah.
Kashmir.
Very good, right? So again, you are showing the boundaries, like from Kashmir say Kanyakumari tak, right? Till or like up till this location. Any other examples you guys can think of, or you want to share? Bus adde tak. Okay, so you have bus station tak. It's like bus station tak traffic jam hai. Like, which is basically, there's a traffic jam in with like again the boundary till the boundaries of like bus station tak traffic jam hai. Okay. Any other examples you guys can think of? Dukaan tak. Very good. Dukaan tak. Dukaan tak. Dukaan is shop, right? Dukaan tak. Okay. Any other? Nadi tak. Very good. Okay. Nadi tak chalte hain. Okay, gaon tak, similar, but like it's a gaon, it's village, gaon tak. Now let's try to make simple sentences where you are moving towards a physical destination, but again within the limit or a boundary. Okay, so I encourage all of you to think about some sentences. Simple sentences are fine, but where you will use tak. Okay, I'm going to give you some time so you guys can think about some simple sentences. Rather than it's coming from me, I want to see how you guys, think about simple sentences there. Okay, Tyler, what do you think? If it is hard to think about the examples, I can help you out, but
I'm sorry, G, could you repeat the question?
so the question is like, can you come up with some simple sentences using tak? And
it's kind of tough. Maybe go.
Let's say you are going to a Europe trip, okay, and you want to say that I'll go till this boundary of like, let's say you want to say use Paris, okay, and you want to go till that,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're saying I will go to Paris.
Yep.
So मैं Paris तक हूँ.
Paris tak. Jana form, right? So you will go, so it will be.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot the
Will
verb.
be?
So जाता हूँ.
So future, right? So मैं
Or will जाऊँगा.
very good, right? मैं Paris तक जाऊँगा. Very good, right? मैं Paris तक जाऊँगा. Okay, I'll go. Again, you're going towards a destination, but because you want to emphasize the boundaries, right? I mean that you'll go till that area. Paris tak jaunga. Okay, Taraji, you want to give an example using tak? Okay, while you are waiting, Maha gave a very good example, which is मैं मेरी मंजिल. It's a very interesting word. मैं मेरी मंजिल तक पहुंचना चाहती हूँ.
पहुंचना चाहती हूँ.
पहुंचना चाहती हूँ. Can you explain this one?
Yes, I want to reach my ambitions.
Very
My
good.
ambition.
My ambition or my goals. So let's break it down. मैं चाहती हूँ is I desire or I want.
I want. I
Right?
like.
Right? Then you have, very good, right? I like also. And then you have मेरी मंजिल is
My goal, my umid, my yes, ambition or something I want to reach.
yeah, my desire, my ambition, my goals.
Yes.
Okay, and then you are using tak and then pahunchna because you want to reach, right? So it's basically reach to reach.
Yes.
Right, awesome. मैं अपनी मंजिल तक और मेरी मंजिल तक पहुंचना चाहती हूँ. Okay, okay. Krishna ji saying मैं समुद्र तक जाऊंगी. Very good. So I'm gonna write it down as well. मैं समुद्र तक जाऊंगी. I'll go till or up to the ocean. मैं समुद्र तक जाऊंगी. Okay. Any other thoughts here? Okay, मैं ब्रिज तक जाऊंगी. That's a good one as well. And then Uni, you have mentioned मैं स्कूल तक सबवे से जाऊंगी और जाती हूँ. ओके, आमतौर पर. ओके, एंड देन कॉलिन मैं पाकिस्तान सीमा तक जा रहा हूँ. ओके, ऑसम. सब्जी मंडी तक जाएंगे. ग्रेट. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस और थॉट्स? ओके, टेड, you want to share something? Okay, so hopefully this is clear, right? Hopefully, and Usha Jain, she gives some examples as well. I'm going to write it down. Think of them as like your your take home exercise, which is basically I think she used both of them, right? She is using let's go up to the market and up to the hill. Okay, so the homework exercise on this one is think about two. I'm going to write it down to make it easier for everyone. Okay, so the homework exercise for this one is think about two sentences where you will be using tak. Okay, again they should involve physical destination. Okay, and you are really reaching till the boundary. Okay. If there are no questions or thoughts, I'm going to move toward number 3, case number 3, which is so far it was about physical location or destination. But what if you are moving towards a person rather than a physical location or destination? So in many ways, like it's animate objects rather than inanimate objects. So you are moving towards a person. So rather than like buildings or these destinations, it's towards a person. Okay, and what are the examples of these? Let's say you want to say I will go to the doctor. Like you are moving towards a person, right? Doctor, or let's say you want to go to the teacher. All these examples. Okay. Somebody came towards you or to get your advice. In those cases, you will end up using the postposition KE PAAS. KE PAAS. So you see the transition. We started with using implied ko. Okay, from there we used tak. And from there, now we are saying KE PAAS. Okay, so I will go to the doctor. Forget about the beginning part. To the doctor would be, Tom, what do you think it is? To the doctor.
Excuse me, from what you just told us, Ashu Ji, Dr. KE PAAS.
Very good, Dr. KE PAAS. Okay, Dr. KE PAAS. Now imagine KE PAAS is also possession. Okay. You know, if you want to say doctor has a thermometer, like doctor ke paas thermometer hai, but that's not the objective here. It is really like, I will go to the doctor. So finish it up, Tom. How will you say this part? I will go to the doctor. First say this, yeah.
Yes.
First say this part. I will go.
I'm sorry. The verb, of course, goes at the end in our Hindi sentence, but it will be jaunga, I will go. And then we've just learned that to the doctor, in this case, is Doctor ke paas.
Okay, so bring them together.
Main Doctor ke paas jaunga.
Very good, right? So you started with I will go, which is main jaunga. Hopefully this should be clear to everyone. Now because you're going to the doctor, main doctor ke paas jaunga. Okay. Now imagine the same thing is said differently to, like, you are giving advice to someone, Tom, and you are telling them you should go to the doctor. How will you say that? You should.
Yes, I do not know. Ashutosh, I'm so sorry.
No, let's try it out.
You should go.
Yeah. So you are giving an advice to someone and you're saying you should go. Okay, so you is
up.
Okay, and then it's again
And I'd
like
like to suggest that with our Hindi grammatical structure, Doctor ke paas, and then the verb should go as opposed to will go.
It's interesting one because there is a co as well here. So आपको,
आपको.
yeah, आपको डॉक्टर के पास,
Yes.
आपके डॉक्टर के पास.
Aapko Doctor ke paas, and I'm sorry, should go, I do not know.
Okay,
Ashu Ji,
Rita,
I'm so sorry.
Rita, yeah,
जाना पड़ेगा.
very good.
जाना पड़ेगा.
Okay, padega
Jana
is,
padega, thank you.
so padega is must, right?
I think it's jana chahiye.
Very good. Jana.
Jana chahiye.
Very good. Jana
Jana
chahiye.
chahiye.
Okay, आपको
शुक्रिया.
डॉक्टर के पास. So this is interesting because you have co as well and K pass as well. But you know, think about it, like, you know, at least it helps you, right? It helps you that you're moving towards a person here, right? So Dr. K pass is what you need to remember. Everything else you are welcome to play around with the rest of the sentence. Okay, आपको डॉक्टर के पास, you know, जाना चाहिए. Okay, let's say what else can we change here in this structure? Okay, I'm just thinking out loud, like, you know, how I can simplify this one. Okay, मैं डॉक्टर के पास जाऊंगा. I'm gonna make it simple again. So I'm gonna make it in the past, and just to give you more variety, Sara डॉक्टर के पास गई. She went to the doctor. So I want to now change it to, you know, I want you guys to play around with it. So instead of replace doctor with something else, and it should make sense. So let's see how you can change this. You can change this also. Rest of it you can keep it same. Let's say Kelly ji, you have a question. So let's look at this one first, and then you can ask her a question. Similar sentence, but instead of Sarah, say something else. Instead of doctor, say something else.
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Or are you waiting?
Yeah, no, I'm asking you.
Let's see. So I was thinking about my question. You want me to just fill in the blanks for Sarah and Doctor?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, मैं veterinarian के पास गई.
Very good. मैं veterinarian के पास गई. Awesome. Okay, now your
Okay,
question.
so
Yeah.
my question is, I don't think I've heard this.
Which
just
one?
like this, you know, the using que paas like this, and
Yeah.
so, you know, when if you heard, I'm just asking, like, because I'm saying things all the time to people and I don't know what they're hearing, how bad it is.
Yeah.
So if I didn't know this and I said Sarah Dr. Kogai, because I'm thinking, oh, it's an animate being, so I'll put a ko behind it. How does that sound to your ear? Does that sound bizarre?
It's
Sarah Dr.
little bizarre. It's little bizarre, but, like, you know, you will still get most of the people, I mean, I make mistakes all the time in English, but I still get a pass there, right? It's not like, people will, again, like, unless you get a person who is like hell-bent in correcting you,
Or if you've left it off totally, like Sarah Dr. Gai, right? So it just would kind of sound to you like a little...
For sure, it'll be off. If you ask me grammatically, it'll be off. So that's why, you end up using K pass.
I just don't remember. So this is super common, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, for a person, if you're moving towards a person, like, it's common.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Uni, your question? Or go for it.
Yeah, I have question about you should go to the doctor. Can I use jana hai instead of jana chahiye?
You can say that. I mean, again, as I said, like ending, don't worry too much about it, because then we are really getting into the translation from English to Hindi. You can say, मुझे डॉक्टर के पास जाना है. I need to go to the doctor. That's what you're trying to say. मुझे डॉक्टर के पास जाना है.
Okay,
Yeah?
धन्यवाद.
Yeah, awesome. Colleen, you want to do the same thing? Replace Sarah and doctor, and then the rest of it can be same.
And I say Verdia. Verdia ke paas. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Or Daftar. No, sorry. दिमाग में नहीं आता कुछ.
कोई बात नहीं. Just change the name from Sarah to something.
Okay.
Let's say there was a theft. Who do you go to?
पुलिस के पास गया था.
Okay, मैं पुलिस के पास गया. और मैं पुलिस के पास गया था. Awesome, right? Vatsala ji, you want to do the same thing? Let's say this time you want to change this and this also and make it future.
मैं मेरी नानी के पास जाऊंगी.
Very good. मैं मेरी नानी के पास. And what does it mean?
I will go to my grandma's
Very
house.
good. I'll go to my grandma. Very good.
Grandma.
Yeah. I'll go to my. Essentially, is I'll go see my grandma, right? But in Hindi, you will not say मैं मेरी grandma को देखूंगी, right? That's not a very common way of saying it. So you will end up saying मैं मेरी नानी के पास जाऊंगी, okay? और मैं मेरी बहन के पास जाऊंगी. I'll go to see my sister. Okay. Any questions or thoughts on this one? We are slightly over. I'm gonna just do the case 4. This is less trickier than the first two. I mean, the first one is the trickiest one, where you don't have ko, the implied ko one. Second one, tak, is also, it's relatively easier. This should be, hopefully, when you recognize the person, K paas should make sense.
Is it incorrect if you don't do the K pause? I'm like Kelly G though. This is new to me as well. So like now I have to go to the office. So I would just say mujhe abhi office jana hai.
So because office is a physical location, you will not put ko there, right?
Okay.
But
okay. So
right,
okay.
If you want to say mujhe Kelly and jana hai.
So only toward a person. Okay.
Yes, right. Mujhe Kelly ke paas jana hai, because then you end up using K paas.
K paas.
Right? That's a good confusion to have, because you yourself waited now, right? Because it's no longer office, you're going to a person. So
makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Awesome. We'll do case 4, where you are moving towards just take a couple of minutes more, okay? So just hang in there. So it's like a destination is a gathering of people. So it's again like animate, but it's a group or a gathering. Moving towards a group or a gathering. Okay, you are moving towards a group or a gathering. So let's say typically when you have a meeting, there's a group of people, right? If you're going for a concert, group of people, not one person, group of, right? There you will end up using the postposition may. Okay, so you will using meeting may. Okay, you will say concert may. Okay, if I would put मैं मीटिंग में जाऊंगी. Okay, मैं कॉन्सर्ट में जाऊंगी. Okay, if you skip it, it's something is missing there. मैं मीटिंग जाऊंगी, मैं कॉन्सर्ट जाऊंगी. Okay, something is missing there. You cannot put को also. मैं मीटिंग को जाऊंगी और मैं कॉन्सर्ट को जाऊंगी. It's grammatically incorrect. Okay, you cannot put के पास also. Like मैं मीटिंग के पास जाऊंगी. That's also grammatically incorrect. So you will use here the fourth postposition, which is मैं. Okay, मैं मीटिंग में जाऊंगी, मैं कॉन्सर्ट में जाऊंगी. Okay, मैं हिंदी क्लास में जाऊंगी. It's a group of people, right? मैं हिंदी क्लास, मैं क्लास में जाऊंगी. Okay, you can play around, replace the pronoun. Instead of meeting, you can change it to something else. You can change the verb also. That's completely okay. I'll just take, because we are slightly over time, I'm going to ask some people to share their thoughts. So, Tisina ji, your task is to, instead of मैं meeting में जाऊंगी, you can change just the pronoun and tense, this part. You can keep this one as it is, meeting में. Just change this and this.
Okay. वे मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं.
Okay, वे मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं. Very good, right? Which means
they are going to the meeting.
They are going to the meeting, or they are going, to the. Very good, right? वे मीटिंग में जा रहे हैं. Awesome. Let's see. Someone who has not done anything so far, or I didn't get a chance to talk to them. Mastaranji, your is, let's say you want to change pronoun, you want to change this also, and you want to change this also. Slightly harder for you.
वे concert में जाएंगे.
Okay, so instead of concert, can you think about some other example where it's a group?
Okay, वे cricket match में जाएंगे.
Very good. वे cricket match में जाएंगे. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Lou, you want to give a try? Just change it to, instead of, just change this and this. You can make it a past. Replace the pronoun and replace the ending.
What else do we have? Okay. मेरी बहन dance party में जा गई.
Very good. Say it again one more time, loud.
मेरी बहन dancing party में गई.
मेरी बहन dancing party में गई. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Any questions so far? I'm slightly over, but I'm happy to take questions. JDG, question?
Is this where you see the phrase party may?
Party mein. Yeah, very good. Yes, party mein. That's right, party mein. Collection of people, like again, if you are using it, how you say it? In the party, if you're using it in that sense, is party mein. But if you're moving towards it, you will end up using party mein as well. Right? मैं party में, मैं गया. Right? I went to the party. Yeah, I went to the party. Anthony, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Questions or any other example that you could give here? Okay. Okay, Ingaji, you want to share one example? To keep it simple for you, replace this and this. May and then ending. You can keep meeting me.
I could. Sorry.
We'll keep it simple for you. Try it out and I'll help you finish.
Sorry, I'm on this little device. I cannot see what you have written.
No problem.
I try to do it by heart. So let us say. Wo party में जा रहा है.
Okay, वो पार्टी में जा रहा है. Okay, great. वो पार्टी में जा रहा है. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to stop the broadcast. And thank you so much for everyone who joined.